Why does Cinderella's fairy godmother take so long to show up and help the girl out? I have thoughts. Hi there, family members. It's McGann. Welcome to the Fangirl, a series where I really think way too hard about animated characters. And today, I'm picking on Cinderella again. Now, Cinderella came out in 1950, so we do have to cut this movie some slack. The world was very different back then, so Cinderella isn't, well, Moana. Actually, Cinderella is the exact opposite of Moana. She has no power, almost no voice, no respect from anybody who knows her, and she just kind of mills around until something incredible happens to her, and this magical godmother sends her to the ball to change her fate. Now, I fully appreciate the power of positivity, and there is a lot of courage to be found in a character that can make the best in any situation. But Cinderella is so passive about her situation that it's almost physically painful to watch this movie in 2020. The real question, though, is if Cinderella had a fairy godmother all this time, why did she wait so long to step in and actually help Cinderella? Well, there's a few trains of thought we could go with. The first being that when the fairy godmother finally appears, it's when Cinderella is truly broken. Before that, Cinderella got through each day with a positive disposition, and she never really gave up hope. Her dreams were always there. But after her mother's dress gets torn to shreds and there's literally nothing else her stepfamily can take from her, Cinderella truly breaks down because it feels like her life is never gonna get any better. I mean, we don't know. Cinderella could be so positive all the time because she's secretly poisoning Lady Tremaine every morning in her tea, just a little bit each day until the old bat finally keels over. Or maybe she realizes that Anastasia and Drizella are of marriage age, so once that happens, the entire stepfamily is very likely to leave the chateau, so she just has to hold out a little bit longer. But while asking for so little in life and having so few possessions, I think watching her mother's dress get ruined was just the last straw for her. So, to keep Cinderella from falling into an eternal depression, the fairy godmother finally shows up to restore Cinderella's faith in life. Now, the other train of thought is that the fairy godmother was always around helping Cinderella from afar, and we can certainly make an argument in favor of that idea because look at the mice! Lucifer the cat doesn't speak, and neither does Bruno the dog or the horse or really any other animal, but these mice, these creatures that no one else in the chateau would ever pay attention to, are all speaking English directly to Cinderella, and she understands them. So why do the mice talk? Who sent her all these rodent friends? Sounds like magical intervention to me. And even before that, who sent Cinderella a mother after her own mother had passed away? Really, it could have all been a coincidence of circumstance, but lonely little girl with lonely father happens to get a new mother with two sisters about her age. The movie even calls it a tiny kingdom, which means there aren't going to be a ton of options for people to marry. So it kind of seems like someone arranged for Cinderella to have a nice little family, except it just didn't work out. We do see that the fairy godmother has this very bumbling persona, and she likes to turn things into other things that don't make sense for temporary amounts of time. So maybe Lady Tremaine was supposed to be a blessing, but then it just unintentionally turns sour somewhere along the line. Kind of like how the carriage turns back into a pumpkin at midnight. Lady Tremaine was given some magic to be this sweet, wonderful, caring mother, and then it just wore off at the stroke of midnight, or as soon as her new husband died. That would explain why Cinderella's father married this very cold woman who seemed to be angry just to be part of a new family. And temporary magic seems to be the fairy godmother's thing. Truly, one of the most confusing parts about the fairy godmother is why her magic only lasts to the stroke of midnight. Keep in mind, it's already after 8 p.m. when Cinderella's first dress gets shredded, so with the time to do all the magic and then physically travel to the palace, the powers that be only gave Cinderella 3 hours at most to be at the ball. I guess that's all she really needed to change her life, but why not a 24-hour day? Why not a week? Why not send her off to live a better lifestyle for the rest of her life? You have magic! I don't get it! Well, again, there's a few ways you can look at it, but we do know that Prince Charming was bored with all the local girls and just not interested in any of them. Then he sees this beautiful lady who does not throw herself at him, and she runs away just about the time that he might try to lure her back to his bedroom. If you get my meaning. So it seems like the prince was more interested in chasing the girl due to the rejection rather than actually being in love with Cinderella herself. And if that's something that the fairy godmother took into account, maybe that was part of her plan the entire time. But as you can hopefully see, there are many ways we can argue that the fairy godmother was involved in Cinderella's life. She had a very detailed plan in place, even if it didn't always go, well, as planned. It might not be reality, but theories are more fun. I don't know what to do with derps. Let's see, I could always do the other Cinderella song that I didn't do in the last video, the Sing Sweet Nightingale, but that gets so repetitive. I mean, really, I don't know if Disney was trying to save money on the songwriting budget or if he was just like, yeah, that's good enough, but we could have used more than just a chorus for that whole song. Sing sweet nightingale, sing sweet nightingale. The most attractive singer right here. Oh, I could tell you about my sketch for derps, which, oh yeah, by the way, if you have no idea what's going on right now, the theory's over. I'm just having a mini vlog at the end, hanging out with some people that want to hang out some more. You know, the cool kids. But I got this sketch done in Disneyland. I think it was California Adventures Off the Page store, if that exists. That feels right. It's right next to where you draw the characters in the little classes. Oh, my mouth. I'm getting such cotton mouth I can't talk. But they have these that are pre-made that you can buy them. It's like $45 for one character, $60 for two. I know it's like $130 if there's 5 characters. And you can't buy them online, so I thought it was really cool that it's like a Disney animator does these. I mean, they're following a model and all, but it's one of a kind. It's done for real. It's not just like, oh, these are leftovers. These are done live at these little tables. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm not. But I saw the Mulan one and I was like, oh, I love this. Do you guys have any of these in stock? And she goes, no, but I can make you one. And so animator Susan W. sat there and I watched her for half an hour sketch this out, and it was so cool. Like, this is the neatest souvenir. I have another one. I had to put it down here so I could film without it being everywhere. I have no idea how bad this is reflecting either, so sorry. But I got another one when I went to Disneyland with my daughter of Ariel and her fork hair. This one was already on the shelf, so I didn't request this one personally, but they cost the same either way. So if you don't see what you want, go through that giant book and like pick out the one you want. If I ever get to go to Disneyland again, I want to get one with Rapunzel and Flynn. Like, I'd love to have the little boat or something like that. I love Rapunzel. But I guess I will call it there. I hope you guys had fun with this theory today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, comment, but most importantly, watch more videos. That really apparently is supposed to help me out in the algorithm so that people will know that this channel exists. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you guys. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that? Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share one or two on social media, help spread the word. People who watch to the end of videos like you helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members. Bye.